Hi everyone, my name is Jasmine Upton and I am a Programme Officer at the UN Environment Programme World Conservation Monitoring Centre, or UNEP WCMC for short. UNEP WCMC is a centre of the UN Environment Programme on biodiversity and nature's contributions to society and the economy. For over 45 years, the Centre has engaged with local institutions, governments, and stakeholders at the regional and country levels, supporting and advocating for trusted science, data, tools, and knowledge to be used for policy and decision-making. Today, I'm going to present on monitoring and reporting of data on protected and conserved areas at the global scale, including a brief introduction to the Protected Planet Initiative, its databases, and its role in tracking progress towards Target 3 of the Kunming-Montreal Global Biodiversity Framework, or KMGBF. The Protected Planet Initiative is a platform for collating and sharing data on protected areas and other effective area-based conservation measures, or OECMs, worldwide. It's a joint product of the IUCN and the UN Environment Programme, and it's managed by UNEP WCMC. And the online platform, which you can see on the slide, allows a range of users to explore information either online or through downloaded data. And the platform provides key resources and tools to inform on the current state of protected and conserved areas globally. Protected Planet hosts several databases, the first being the World Database on Protected Areas, or the WDPA, which is the most comprehensive global database on protected areas. The World Database on Other Effective Area-Based Conservation Measures, or the WDOECM, collates information on conservation areas outside of protected areas. These two databases are both spatial databases and include information on the location and boundaries of protected areas and OECMs, as well as associated descriptive information on each site. Another database is the Global Database on Protected Area Management Effectiveness, or GDPARME, which provides information on where management effectiveness assessments have been carried out and reported. This database is being updated to capture information that will allow us to better track the quality elements of Target 3, including whether protected and conserved areas are being effectively managed, equitably governed, or having positive conservation outcomes. And finally, and slightly separately, Protected Planet has close links to the ICCA registry, which is a database of territories and areas conserved by Indigenous peoples and local communities. Data is provided to Protected Planet through a variety of sources, and there are over 400 data providers to the WDPA and the WDOECM, the majority of which are national governments, but there's also convention secretariats, Indigenous peoples, local communities, and private actors. We also collaborate closely with regional entities who facilitate data collection from a regional level to the global level. In the Eastern and Southern Africa region, the regional entity who facilitate data collection are RCMRD through its Regional Centre of Excellence for Eastern and Southern Africa, or the RCOE. The RCOE facilitates the flow of information from the national to regional to global scale by supporting the collation of data and building the capacity of national stakeholders across the region. Over 6 years ago, this important collaboration between RCMRD and UNEP WCMC was initiated under the BioPharma Programme, and it continues to this day. And we highly appreciate the leadership of RCMRD, who greatly support protected and conserved areas in the Eastern and Southern Africa region through capacity building, knowledge sharing, and ensuring the region's data is accurate and up to date. So why is it important to report data? Global data allows us to track progress towards international biodiversity targets on protected areas and OECMs. Accurate information allows us to identify gaps or limitations in the current protected and conserved area network, which is information we can use to prioritize and focus future conservation efforts. The WDPA and the WDOECM are formally mandated by the Convention on Biological Diversity. and the data provides the headline indicator tracking progress towards Target 3 of the KMGBF. In addition, the WDPA and WDOECM are used for the official indicators on progress towards UN Sustainable Development Goals 14 and 15, alongside global data on key biodiversity areas. In general, it's also important to note that the information in these databases can be used across a wide range of stakeholders to inform decisions, develop policies, and guide business and conservation planning. Having this data visible at a global level is also really important, as it provides recognition for the work and commitment of governments, private individuals, organizations, and communities whose contributions to conservation deserve to be celebrated. Protected Planet publishes biennial reports tracking the state of the world's protected and conserved areas and providing an update on progress towards global targets. And these reports are made using the data in the Protected Planet databases. The 2024 report provided the first official assessment of progress towards Target 3 of the KMGBF, highlighting achievements and areas that need greater ambition. While networks of protected and conserved areas are expanding, the report showed that progress must be accelerated to meet 30% target by 2030, nearly doubling land coverage and tripling ocean coverage. This growth must be matched by an even greater effort to meet the target's other elements, which are intended to ensure the quality of systems of protected and conserved areas, including ensuring these areas are located where they are most needed for biodiversity, that they are equitably governed, and that they uphold human rights. I wanted to quickly highlight the State of Protected and Conserved Areas in Eastern and Southern Africa report that we worked on with RCMRD, IUCN, and other partners, which provides an overview of how the Eastern and Southern Africa region are managing and governing protected and conserved areas. I wanted to finish by sharing a few key next steps. Decisions must be based on the best available data, which requires accurate and regular data. And such data is also vital for accurately tracking progress towards global targets, including Target 3 of the KMGBF. Yet, reporting accurate and regular data remains a challenge. And the capacity to use GIS and report spatial data varies widely, which makes RCMRD's course on applying GIS to support the achievement of global targets very timely and valuable for any participants wanting to learn how to map and report protected and conserved areas. Many areas governed by non-state actors, including private actors, Indigenous peoples, and local communities, are under-recognised and under-reported, which is why we are working with RCMRD and others to support non-state actors to map and report the areas they are governing and with their consent. This is to ensure that their contributions to biodiversity stewardship are visible at the global level and can be appropriately recognised within the implementation and monitoring of the KMGBF. Finally, there is a global lack of data on OECMs, and as of August 2025, only 15 countries and territories have reported data to the WDOECM. While these areas are likely to be widespread, the lack of data makes it difficult to set global and regional priorities and track progress towards Target 3. However, many countries are now beginning processes to identify, map, and report these areas, which means we are beginning to get an idea of just how important these areas will be in helping us to achieve global targets. Thank you very much for listening. RCMRD and UNEP WCMC are committed to providing technical support for the mapping and reporting of data on protected and conserved areas. Please feel free to contact me should you have any questions. And finally, please enjoy the rest of the training. Thank you very much.